it safe to say that the flu was pretty much non-existent in Rhode Island last winter?
Oh, very much so. There really wasn't flu last year. Last year was the first year we had no flu deaths, and we had almost no flu activity the entire year. Now, that was due to everybody's, quite frankly, mask wearing and social distancing, but not just in Rhode Island, really all over the country and the world, because you didn't see flu in the Southern Hemisphere either. So we really didn't have a lot of flu at all last year anywhere in the United States.
Moving to this year, have you seen any patients yet for the flu so far?
Yeah, we are seeing flu now. And this is the thing that's kind of interesting is flu came about 3.5 months early. Flu came before Thanksgiving. We don't normally see flu till after Martin Luther King Day. So we are seeing people with the flu right now, which is surprising. But then again, RSV came this year early, about 2 months early. And I think this is just one of those things where the viruses behave the way they want to behave. So they came early this year. So in Rhode Island, you typically see flu from Martin Luther King Day all the way to President's Day. So about that 4 week is when you see it at its peakest and really at its highest. So it's interesting to see what this year is going to be. It's hard to predict. Like we're just seeing moderate activity of flu right now. It's starting early, so it's definitely an earlier flu season. Whether we see as big a peak or as long a season, to some way is up to us a little bit. Like if we can get more people vaccinated for the flu, we can blunt this early flu now. And I think that's just an important thing. Last year we had 57% of Rhode Islanders vaccinated against the flu, which is pretty good in the United States.
Mhm.
And we were number one last year in getting our kids under 18 vaccinated against the flu in the United States. Right now, we only have about 25% of Rhode Islanders vaccinated against the flu. Really love to see that much higher. So this is one of those things where it's just a reminder to everybody that, hey, get your flu vaccine before Thanksgiving if you can. It's one way to make sure you have a happy holiday.
Why do you think that the flu season's coming early this year? Like, why is there a spike?
I think flu came early this year for a couple reasons. One is it just came earlier in the southern hemisphere as well, so it travels. Flu spreads from person to person, and quite frankly, RSV came early as well. So other viruses have come earlier. I think it's just a lot to do with there just isn't that innate immunity, and it just isn't going on. So flu came early. It wasn't a big surprise, but we have to deal with it now.
How young can you get the flu vaccine?
Yeah, 6 months and older, you can get the flu vaccine. And as a pediatrician, I've been vaccinating kids against the flu for 31 years.
And can you get it the same time as your COVID shot?
You sure can. You can get the flu vaccine, the COVID vaccine at the same time. In fact,
Right.
it's a very good idea to do that. Just get them in different arms.
How many days does it take after being vaccinated for the flu to actually be protected against it?
Yeah, about 2 weeks after the flu vaccines, when your body has got adequate protection, which is all the more reason the sooner you get the vaccine, the sooner you enjoy protection.
So the same as getting a COVID shot, essentially.
About the same as a COVID vaccine. Let me throw out this last concept is, Thanksgiving's next week, right? So there's three things you can do to have a happy Thanksgiving, and this is just important to, vaccinate against the flu and COVID, ventilate your home so you got windows open, and visit safely. Don't go to anyone's home if you're feeling symptoms. It's just not a good idea.